Ahoy hoy, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to review if putting eyeshadow cream on your eyes first before powder looks better or not. Now, first of all, these products that I got from Sense, I got them during the Sense Advent calendar that I did last month. I got this on day 24. And I think I got that a few days before that. And, of course, Sense is not sponsoring this video. Any other makeup brand I have in this video is not sponsoring me either. And they're all cruelty-free. So, this side is going to have the eyeshadow cream, and this one is just going to have powder. So, see that? And try to use the mirror I have in my little thing, because this has a mirror in it. And while I do this, I'm going to try to answer some questions. So we'll see how that goes. See? This one has it. This one doesn't. You can tell because this side looks more pale than the other side does. Okay. Put that away. And how am I going to do this today? So those are the colors. And I was also thinking about involving my Isadora eyeshadow too. And W7s as well. Depending on what. I think on one side it's going to be like a brownish thing, and the other side it's going to be a little bit more pinkish, purplish. Alright, I say we work on this side first. And while I'm tempted to use this that I got from Sense in the Advent calendar, I think I'm going to use this one. Okay. So which is darker? I could do like a reddish brown kind of thing. So right now I'm going to choose this one. Okay, first question. I heard that you all get long hours of darkness in Sweden during the winter. Is it 24/7 like it is in Anchorage, Alaska, or do you get some sunlight? Okay. I think Sweden is on the same... I'm trying to remember what it is. If it's latitude or longitude. Might be latitude if it goes this way. We're on the same latitude, I think it's called, when it comes with Anchorage. So I'm going to do this brow right here. While they get 24 hours sunlight up in Kiruna, Sweden, I don't think I pronounced that right. It's spelled Kiruna. That's Sweden's most northern town. They get the 24/7 hours of darkness during the winter and the 24 hours of light during the summer, like Anchorage does. However, where I live in Sweden, and I'm about at least 5 hours away from Stockholm, we get about 6 hours of light during the winter and 6 hours of darkness during the summer. So, yeah. Okay. Alright. That looks better than when I did it with the Advent calendar, though. Okay. I think I'm going to use this right here as over here, like a border. Or actually, I might put it at the edge of my eye. So yeah. Next question. Are you writing another novel? If so, when do you expect it to be out? Let me answer that backwards. I don't know when I expect the novel to be out, but I am writing another novel. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's right. It's right at the base. But I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Does look like I got it a little bit there though. I'm doing what I did before. Okay. I might use this now. I don't think I used that one yet. No, I haven't. And that's gonna go right there. Yeah, here's the thing with me. I'm not really good with focusing, as you guys have probably noticed by now. And the thing is, when I did Immortal Love, which is my first novel, I did try to focus on one's plot line, and I'm not doing that this time around for some strange reason, even if I'm trying to tell myself to do it. Because let's face it, I have this focus of a dog who just saw a squirrel. So yeah. Don't worry, I try to thin that out. Okay. I might actually go with the Isadora one this time. This one. And try to get that out a little bit. Okay. Next question. I know you're interested in the paranormal. Have you ever been to the House of Priests or Varberg's Fortress that the TAPS International team investigated on Ghost Hunters International? I do want to go to the House of Priests in Sweden, but it's about 10 hours away from where I live here. And it's really near the Arctic Circle, although not the most northern part of Sweden. Yeah, this one. That's how good that is. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with peach this time. The one up there. And House of Priest too is Sweden's well-known haunts. It's actually I've made a video about it before, but it was 2 years ago. I think I made the video, and in the video, I mentioned how they've been recording activity there since it's been recorded since 1927, so nearly 100 years ago. And the person that actually started recording it was actually the son of a woman that died in childbirth in the house in the yellow room. And of course, Tap's got some stuff there. But I would love to visit there myself. Plus, there's another house nearby that wasn't available before that is supposedly more haunted than the House of Priests. Okay, and I'm going to try to, like... How does that look? I can't... Yeah. Now I'm using that color, which is right there. I had this visual in my head of how I was going to do this. And I was doing it from a palette, from an artist's perspective, going from a darker shade to a lighter shade. And I don't feel like that's happening here. Oh, well. I think I just got to blend it in, too. Does that look a little bit better? I can't tell. Okay. As for Varberry, yeah, I've been there before. And it's like, at the time, it was like an hour away from where we lived. And, yeah, I think right now what I'm going to do is go with this brown up here. That could be like the base. Okay. And then I'm going to go with purple. I was actually kind of surprised that someone thought it was haunted. I mean, maybe people have had experiences there, but I've never had experiences there. But I think the reason why there's like a lot of unnerved feelings there is because on display they have someone that was found in a bog nearby. It was a man that was basically offed in the between 12 to 400s, and his killers thought that pulling a stake through him would keep his spirit there. So I think because there's a murder victim on display, even though it's a skeleton now, I think that unnerves a lot of people, and that's why they think Varberry is haunted. But I never experienced anything there. I didn't see anything there. And I mean, I'm an empath. I can pick up on certain things, and I didn't pick up anything there, which is amazing because I know the thing has been, I know back in the 1600s, I think, there was a skirmish where the fortresses were taken. But I don't really feel anything there. I'm doing it again. Okay. I'm going to go back to my Isadora one. Okay, I think I'm going to take this pink again that was like right here. start off with peach, or this color right here. I'm not good at answering questions when I do makeup because I really do need to focus. But I think this side looks a lot better, and that's the side that doesn't have the cream on it. I do think it looks a lot better than it does over there. And just put in a little bit of sparklies. Yeah, I think I'm done. At least with the makeup. I got a few more questions to go. I'm sorry if I didn't answer the questions completely while I was doing the makeup. I just can't do makeup and answer questions at the same time. You know, I can't multitask really. Okay. I heard you struggled deciding what kind of content you should make on your channel before you became a review channel. Is there anything you wish you could do on your channel, either with reviews or non-review content? I wouldn't say I struggled. I mean, I had a clear idea what I wanted to do initially when I started my YouTube channel, which was promoting my book more. I was going to use it to read chapters on my novel, which is the first several videos on my channel, but no one seemed very interested in it, so I started to be like, okay, I could do other things on it. It'll be a free-for-all channel, and it could be like a comic relief channel in a way where people can come to and just chill without dealing with drama and stuff. But as time wore on, I just felt lost doing that, and I'm like, I need to find a specific audience that would like certain content, so I went with reviews because I do like to review stuff. I do want to be a consumer advocate where I test products for companies, and I thought that's the best way to go. However, during October, and even after I became a Even after I became a review channel last year, I would still make Halloween stuff or spooky content in October, and I still want to do that even though I'm a review channel now. But one thing I would love to do is like paranormal investigations, especially during the month of October. And so I would like to investigate the House of Priests. I would like to investigate something while I'm back in the States. I would like to go to the Conjuring house. Yes, I'm not insane. And so, Sam and Colby, hit me up. Alright. I have seen your vids on YouTube and TikTok where you talked about being a former competitive dancer. Was there a type of dance you didn't like? Yeah, ballet. Ballet is the genre of dance that is basically the foundation of dance, and I don't like it because it feels too damn confining. You have to have a certain discipline when you do ballet, and I lack that discipline, but I can get that discipline in karate. So it depends what kind of discipline you're giving me. If I can get discipline through karate, that's great. Through ballet, no. And it would be even worse with point. So, yeah. What can I say? I'm a free spirit. You say you have some sort of mental disorder. Are you ever going to feel brave enough to disclose it? I will get there, guys. It's just that I learned, especially nearly 3 years ago, that some mental disorders are still stigmatized to this day over others. I do think we're beginning to come around and accept mental disorders a little bit better, but it still needs a lot of work. And the type that I had or was diagnosed with like 3 years ago is one of those disorders that I feel like will still have a lot of stigmatism to it, or stigma to it. Not stigmatism. Stigmatism is different, is the thing in the eye. I'm drooling. But like, I just learned that during that time that there's still some stuff that's more stigmatized over other ones, or I just have more stigma to them than other disorders do. Now, since then, I was reclassified with something else last year. So my diagnosis changed within 2 years. But I don't know if I feel like I'm at a safe place yet mentally to talk about it. Because that would mean I would have to expose what I had initially before I got this diagnosis. But I'm getting there. I think when it's mental health awareness or mental illness awareness month, I'll be a little bit more game to say what I have. I'm sure you guys know something's going on with me because I repeat myself a lot. I don't keep eye contact with the camera a lot. I mean, my eyes go which way every so often and stuff. I definitely don't like to watch myself eat on camera. And I have sensory issues where I don't like certain textures on my face or my hands or anything like that. Let alone I have issues with some sounds and I have some issues with some colors and stuff. But I'll get to there, I promise. I think the upcoming Mental Health Awareness Month, I think that's when I'm going to finally reveal what I have. But I understand that I'm a little scared doing it because there's still stigma attached to mental illness even in this day of age. So yeah. But I will say one thing. I do have seasonal affective disorder. At least. I said this before on my channel. I have seasonal affective disorder. Because of the long hours of darkness we get here in Sweden during the winter, it does mess me up mentally. Depending what kind of winter it is, though, it could come on earlier, like around October, or it could come on later around the end of December after Christmas has gone on. And, if it's a mild winter, like we don't have a lot of snow, but we have a lot of rain instead, yes, because then you see 6 hours of gloom and rain rather than sun, and that messes with you after a while. Whereas if you see snow, like we have on the ground right now, it makes things beautiful, even if it's cold as shit outside. So yeah. Okay, last question. Is there any aspirations you have that you are hesitant or cautious about doing? I think I mentioned months ago that I wanted to go back to school to do geography. That's changed since then. It's geology now. And because, geology is central to disaster preparedness, I would like to go back to school and get my bachelor's in geology. It's just that there's some things related to my mental disorder that kind of hinder that a little bit. Like, for example, the biggest hurdle I have with this disorder now, like I did when I was a kid, was that my ability to process information is not quick enough. And if there's a deadline to learn something, so you have to take a test on it, that puts even more pressure on me, and nothing can get grasped. I can read something 100 million times and my brain will just refuse to grasp it. And this was the area on the neural investigation I got that I tested the lowest on. It was actually below average. Now the funny thing is, when you're not in school and when you don't have work, this is not an issue. There's no deadlines to learn certain things by a certain point, so it's no big deal. And ironically, amusingly enough, when you don't have a deadline on you, you do actually learn faster than if there was a deadline. So it's really weird. Now, I didn't struggle to the point where I was failing or anything, but I really had to work hard at it. So, knowing how I dealt with school the first time around, it's like making me very cautious. But since I do have a diagnosis this time around, I should be able to get better resources to help me through this. So, and another thing I thought about doing was swimming the English Channel, except I don't have a lot of experience swimming outdoors in like bodies of water with current. So one of these days I would actually like to do the Great Bay Swim in Maryland. They have a Great Bay Swim every July where people swim across the Chesapeake Bay in certain sections. And they just introduced the mile-long swim last year, but before that there was the 4-mile swim. Now, I swim a mile before. I swim a mile all the time when I go swimming in the pool, but, swimming in a pool is different than swimming in a lake or, you know, in a bay with jellyfish and currents and stuff. So, yeah. But we'll see what happens. Well, guys, let's see. Which looks better? The side that has the eyeshadow cream or the side that doesn't? It also depends that I didn't exactly put on the right. I don't feel like I put on the right eyeshadow on this side like I did on this side. But yeah, I mean, which side looks better? You know, eyeshadow cream, non-eyeshadow cream. How do you like it? Let me know in the comments. So, smash like this video if you liked it. If you subscribe, I'll be absolutely delighted. And I'll see you all later. Toodles!